Okay, so this is going to be my top 13 of 2013, and obviously I couldn't fit uh, everything I wanted to get in it, so I'm going to start with a couple of honorable mentions. Uh, Not making the list of the top 13 is Rosemary's Baby on Criterion label. Anytime Criterion puts out a horror release, it deserves recognition. You know, just the restoration process that they do, along with their gorgeous booklets that they always include and special features. This one has, from what I haven't watched it yet, but from the reviews I've seen, it has an awesome making of on this, as well as an isolated score and a bunch of other goodies. So can't wait to check that one out. Also, not making the list, but very close, was this House of Wax 3D version on Blu-ray. I like the care that Warner Brothers put into this, you know, by doing real 3D for once, instead of, they could have very easily given us the red and green glasses, or you know, just some other phony 3D process, but they did the real Blu-ray 3D, and I was happy with that. It was, the transfer I thought looked great. You know, the movies never looked any better, and this is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Vincent Price movie. So yeah, those aren't making the list, but I just wanted to include them and thank the makers. You just saw a little bit of a sneak preview there. Sorry about that. Anyway, coming in at number 13, what else can I say? Friday the 13th, A Crystal Lake Memories. This, when you ordered it off the website, you got an extra bonus disc of an extra 4 hours of material. I mean, I forget, I think there was 17 hours, if I remember correctly, of Friday the 13th making ofs in this, which is why, you know, it made my list. If they had included some sort of slipcover or gorgeous, like, box set type of thing, like a t-shirt or something, I probably would have voted this much higher. But whereas it is just in a regular Blu-ray case, that's why it fell to number 13 on my list. Plus, number 13 sounded great with Friday the 13th. Coming in at number 12, I just seen this in Woods' thing, and it reminded me of it. Dear God No, the VHS releases, they actually did a bunch of different homage box, I don't know what you'd call them, just homages to different VHS labels out there. My favorite VHS label is Roadshow from Australia, and this was a faux one that they did to make it look like it came out on that label. This one here, they called it Big World Video, but I think this is, I think in America it was called Midnight Video or something with that famous label up there. Each one of these that they put out was like a different cut, so you need to like get all of them to see the stuff. Like this one here, they called it, what was it? The 42nd Street Slut Cut. You know, that was different from the other ones. And this one had other stuff like previews and stuff on it. They're all signed. I don't know what this cut was called, but this was the Days of the Dead Atlanta exclusive. 25 of 25, so I got the last one there. And this one was out of 100. So yeah, I don't know. Each one has like a different cut on it, but it's awesome. So I'm making that number 12. Number 11 is going to go to this Evil Dead Steelbook put out by Target earlier in the year. I enjoy this remake. Yeah, I thought they did a fantastic job with it. And the Steelbook is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I love the inside. I love the gore. I love the back. Steelbook, horror, it's gotta make the list. So, number 11. Now we're getting into the top 10, and it's very hard to pick. I'm gonna actually go with this one here. Number 10 is the Amityville Horror, the box set put out by Scream Factory earlier this year. I love these movies. I know the first one doesn't get a lot of love, but I enjoy it. Part 2 I watched for the first time. Actually, yeah, it's still here. This one is really messed up. If anyone hasn't seen this yet, you're in for a treat. I mean, this one, they take the story like into like a incest type thing that takes over the motion picture like halfway through it. Really weird, but I enjoyed it. And part three is in real 3D, which I'm really glad that they did that. I wish Friday the 13th did that with theirs. That would have made this just the best year ever. But Scream Factory, they keep cranking out the hits, and this one was definitely worth it. It was bargain price too. You would think that they would put this out at like $70 or something. No, I got this for I think 35 or 40 or so. Kudos to them. So that was number 10. Number 9 is going to be this Maniac media book put out by Illusions in Germany. And I actually have the same cover on a hard box, which is more limited to this than this one. This one is limited to 500 pieces. Yep, 500 it says down there. The hard box is like 100 or 111 or something crazy. But the reason I chose the media book over the hard box is because it comes with inside a 28-page booklet. It is in German, but it has a lot of nice photos. And I know that I just enjoy flipping through. I love media books. I love just flipping through them, looking at the different pictures and information that they give you. And it just feels like you get more. This is a 3-disc edition, and from what I can read on the back, the third disc is a bonus disc that has 170 minutes of all new material. So, yeah, it says there, it says you got 28-page booklet. They have a Grindhouse Q&A, TV spots, gallery of outrage, audio commentary, blah blah blah. Bonus DVD, 170 minutes material. So yeah, I think it's 170 minutes bonus discs. So this is Region 2 locked. So you will need region-free DVD and Blu-ray player if you want to watch the Blu-ray. But yeah, that's gonna make my list at number 9. Number 8 is gonna be this 40th anniversary edition of The Exorcist, and a lot of this was already released in a different, there was a digibook and a steelbook that came out last year. They repackaged it into this awesome edition with a new bonus feature that's like an hour long, with Father Gallagher, who did the actual exorcism back in the day, I guess in Maryland. I haven't watched it yet, but I cannot wait to. But this is just a gorgeous box. I mean, this is a hard box. This isn't some cheap slipcase. This feels like a hardcover book, and they actually included a hardcover book. This is hardcover. Inside it, the Freakin' Connection, and he talks about the making of this, and just goes over his career and stuff. A lot of great, production notes. And this is just an excerpt of the real book that's out there, which I don't have, but this is something nice to whet your appetite with at least. And he's William Friedkin. He's pretty funny. If you ask him, like I think it was Fingori asked him in an interview recently if he's ever seen any of the sequels, and he's says he's seen 10 minutes of the second one. He called it something like absolute unwatchable garbage. It was just funny. Like he doesn't care about the sequels. He thinks they're all garbage. He calls the directors garbage and hacks, and it's funny. But yeah. So this is a great. If you don't have this one, this is the edition to own. Here's the back. I'd love to get this autograph someday, but who knows if that's ever going to happen. They never come here. The only person who ever comes here is Linda Blair, and I don't know. So, I'm losing track now. I think that was number 8. I think that was number 8. Number 7, I am going to give to Friday the 13th box set. This was a great box set. My number one gripe with it is not just that the writing's on the side. That doesn't bother me too much because I'd probably want to display it from the front anyway, because I wouldn't want this to get pushed in because this is all raised. But I just wish they did number three, part three, in real 3D instead of just the fake 3D glasses, the blue and red 3D glasses. And if they had somehow included the Crystal Lake memories like in it, that would have been awesome. It probably would have been made my number one. But you know, it's still a great package. It looks great. It has all the movies in it, which I was glad to have. I think, yeah, it has number nine. I think is cut, but you can get it uncut through the digital download or something. So yeah, this was a great package, and yeah, one I was glad to get in 2013. I'm gonna say number six. I'm gonna give to this ABCs of Death hardcover. A lot of people have shown this off. It is autographed, and it had only 666 were made. And in the back here's where they house the Blu-ray. But it does have more special features than the one that was released in just a regular Amory case. So yeah, it's cool. It ties in nice with the movie, and yeah, it looks great on the shelf. I mean, look at this. This thing is huge. I mean, it doesn't. If you can look at it the size of a regular Blu-ray next to it, it's just enormous. So I think I said that this was number seven. I'm getting all mixed up, and I don't know. I'm all discombobulated now. I'll say this is number six. This is the Sadeko, and I already messed it up, wig box from Japan. And this is, again, I don't know if it's the fifth or sixth movie of The Ring, but it's one of them. I haven't actually watched this film yet. It's always been on like my next movie to watch, and then I get something in the mail, and my mouth waters, and I got to watch that first. But